Hey, what is going on, freedom fighters? Welcome back to another Break the Chains Media. Today is October 20th, 2025, Mile High Monday. Here to give you the rundown, here to give you all the information, all the updates, and what happened during the nationwide millions of people marching across the country about the No Kings protest. And we'll just do a quick review over that. Full breakdown. I was on the ground. I had a lot of conversation with a lot of people. Overall, it was a peaceful protest. Lots of people out on the streets with their signs, very, very decorated, very detailed signs. They spent a lot of time on these signs. It was like arts and crafts for some, because they put a lot of work into those signs, and they were very witty. They were very funny. But at the end of the day, we don't have a king in America, and there is no king in America. What's up, butt sniffer? What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for jumping in the live stream. It was a interesting and jam-packed day. I got some live footage from my camera. I did the live footage on my phone, which we'll get into that in a little bit once I actually show you some of my live stream. I'm kind of upset that the bit rate and the quality dropped so significantly on my live stream, but it's because so many people were downtown. So many people were, the bandwidth of the cell towers were at capacity down there. There was a lot of people in downtown Denver, so my live stream quality went down a little bit. But I do have some other footage from my other camera, and we can kind of overview that. But it's more about the larger optics and the game that they're trying to play here, and there is a larger motive happening. There's a larger movement happening, especially when you get a lot of low information midwits in these protests. It was essentially like a social media get together, but whether it was Facebook or email chains, a lot of old people, a lot of blue plate specials out there. It was all a very timed protest. It was all a very structured protest, and there were interesting characters wearing vests that we'll get into as well. It was very, very planned out, very thought out, and very organized from a financial aspect and from a institutionalized aspect of a protest. So anything but a quote-unquote grassroots movement. We already know that people are pissed off about Trump. We already know people are going to hate Trump no matter what. So we will get into all that. I also wanted to talk about just the general state of the world, particularly in light of the protests, talking about various groups that some people think might not exist. Some people think that just disappear. They're just a figment of our imagination. Well, I will prove you otherwise in this live stream. I will make sure that you are all aware that these things are real, these things are happening, and then we were also going to get into how we should really be protesting the quote-unquote no kings. If you're going to protest against kings, I would highly encourage people to have a consistent thought process and consistent logic when it comes to authoritarian administrations, right? Apply that to Governor Polis when he signs SB 3, the most restrictive gun control measure in the country. Assign that to Polis when he takes away parental rights and the restriction of First Amendment rights when we're talking about dead naming and the genital mutilation of minors and transitional therapies, right? Transitional surgeries, right? So when we talk about kings, we talk about authoritarian measures. We talk about the dangers of the infringements of the individual's liberties. Jared Polis is definitely up there on the list, as well as Mayor Mike Johnson of Denver. Mayor Mike Johnston of Denver is circumventing a unanimous decision from Denver City Council that voted against flock security cameras, flock AI surveillance cameras. Denver City Mayor Mike Johnston went around the will of the people, went around Denver City Council, and he approved flock security systems through a loophole of a financial means. So if you want to protest against a quote-unquote king, Look no further than your Democrat and socialist elected mayors, governors, and other state elected officials around you. Because it's not just Trump, folks. But we will get into all that. Appreciate you all joining me. If this is the first time joining Break the Chains Media, hit that follow button, hit that like button, share this with all your friends and family, because this is how we get the information out there. This is how we change the narrative. This is how we inform people. This is how we turn people from low IQ, low information, midwits, to at least understanding what time it is, to at least understanding that we are in a new era of American culture, American politics right now. We are in a post-Kirk America, okay? A lot of lines have been drawn, folks. A lot of lines in the sand have been drawn, and the only way that we unite causes and we unite people and we bring this country off the precipice, off the cliff of corruption, is talking about these difficult issues. Hello, happy Monday. Appreciate you jumping in here for us, Mommy. I'm doing the Lord's work here on a Monday. Okay, there ain't no days off for me, folks. Let's go. But I appreciate everyone joining the stream. We are going to get into it. If this is a way you want to support Break the Chains Media, go to breakthechains.media. That is the website. You can support me here. I've got some older articles. I'm telling you right now, I've been working on these newer articles very hard to put out new articles when every single day we have new things coming down the pipeline at breakneck speed. It's hard to put out new information when I'm trying to do 10 things at once. You can also support the channel by going to Realm Walker Hot Sauce. Realm Walker Hot Sauce on Instagram if you want to grab yourself a bottle of Realm Walker Hot Sauce. Hand-bottled, homemade, homegrown hot sauce here from the Mile High City. I make it myself. I've got mild to extreme heat. If you are looking into that, you can message me, whether it's on X, whether it's on Instagram. You can follow Realm Walker Hot Sauce on Instagram. If you wanted to get yourself a bottle, I highly recommend it, especially for the upcoming holidays. It is good holiday cheer at the minimum. But we are going to get into it, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that likes button, smash that follow button, be a part of the chain gang. I don't know, is that a good way to, you want to be part of the chain gang? Join Break the Chains Media chain gang, I don't know. Maybe. I don't like branding myself, but it is what it is, folks. We're just going to run into it, all right? Let's go here. Let's go. So I posted this on Saturday morning. I present to you, Colorado, your king. Or as we all have found out in the comments, it is actually your queen. I'm sorry, I might have misgendered. But yes, the queen of Colorado, Jared Polis. Yes, this is who everyone in the Centennial State should be protesting today. The No Kings protest, more like not my flavor of tyranny protest. Okay, and this is the hypocrisy that we have to call it out for, because the left and the whether they want to call themselves socialists or communists or progressives or Democrats or liberal, whatever you have, they are a hive mind hegemony, because they refuse to think anything different than what they've ingrained themselves into for years over years and arguably generations, right? Open borders, healthcare for all, killing of babies, love is love, gay rights, trans rights, all these things that are on this progressive, this liberal ideological left. Notice how majority of those there are a lot of social issues mixed in with their narratives. Social issues, socialism, communism. Socialism is just communism that you vote for, right? So yes, with that being said, folks, it's not their flavor of tyranny, because they're not the ones instituting the Gestapo, because it's not rainbow soldiers running down the streets and chasing down fascists. If that were the case, if instead of having modern day ICE running down illegal immigrants who's flooded our country over the last 4 years, arguably 20 million illegal immigrants in the course of 4 years under the Biden administration, if we didn't have ICE running down these illegal immigrants, Democrats would have had a similar Gestapo, quote unquote, rainbow uniformed Gestapo chasing down people who dead name or call anyone who's a trans woman a man. You understand this? This is how their skewed liberal linguistic logic works. Because it's not their flavor of tyranny, it is somehow, you know, we are dealing with a fascist dictator, right? Arguably insane. Okay, yeah, great post. A lot of traction on this. A lot of people liked that one. I did too. That's why I posted it. Notice. Imagine a protest. Hold on. I gotta get in the mood. I gotta get in the zone here, right? It's the Twilight Zone, right? We're going Twilight Zone on this. Imagine, if you will, a protest so organic, so grassroots, they have their chants posted on their paid for and internationally funded website. Per the No Kings website, here are a couple of the chants that they will be yelling. I didn't really hear them yell these chants. Just to be clear, I did go down there and I was a part of this. But obviously, let's call out the spelling errors at minimum, right? This is the same group of people that are upset that Donald Trump wants to defund and dismantle the Department of Education, where they can't even properly use the right conjugation of the word, right? There's your, and they picked the wrong one. Fucking retards. I'm trying to see if it's my dog barking in the back or it's my neighbor's. I can't tell. Ragnar. Whatever. Yeah. So a bunch of, I mean, like they write these whole joking. Like, who's gonna chant this? I'm not even gonna read it. I'm just gonna have it here. I mean, come on, guys. They are LARPers. They're LARPing. They come together and they do this stupid LARPing session, and it's an ego stroke. They feel good about themselves. Okay. Ridiculous. Okay. I got my live streams posted up here. If you want to see the full live streams in its entirety, I have them posted here on X, on Rumble, on YouTube. You can check. They're each about an hour and a half long, which is super cool. I'm actually just really upset that my Denver protest in particular came out to be so low quality bit rate, and it honestly had I don't think it has anything to do with my camera or my phone, because my Arvada protest had excellent quality. Outside of it being windy, it wasn't really that bad of a time. But because it's here,
this is Corey.
I wanted to pull out a couple different moments of these protests and have a conversation about them. But I wanted to actually, where is this here? Let me see if I can find. So actually, we're going to open up some of these photos I got. I got some pretty good photos. Let's see if I can get them here. Let's see, right here. Great. Pretty good photos from the event. I would, and for what it's worth, folks, and you're going to hear this all over from conservative outlets, from conservative pundits. It was a flop, and there wasn't very many people, and maybe my city didn't have a lot of people. Well, you got to go to where the people show up, folks. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to be honest. As much as I don't appreciate the sentiment and the ideology behind these progressive and far radicals that have networked and coalesced this movement of people together, these midwits, and that's honestly what they are, folks. They are mindless midwits who just take talking points from TV, talking points from echo chambers, and they don't critically think for themselves. So when they get information about Orange Man Bad, dictator, fascist scum, pedophile island, all these other talking points, and then they get on an email. They all get on an email chain. If they're over the age of 60, they're probably on an email chain through all these Progress Now websites. The Progress Now Coalition, or the Indivisible Campaign, 5051. So many of these organizations that work together. The NoKings.org website. Actually, let's pull this up right now. because this is where all the alliances, right? So they had a live stream of it. They had the 1021. So the 1021 call. What is this? What is the 1021 call? It's a virtual event. I mean, I'm just letting you know that grassroots organizations don't really have a internationally funded website, campaign, organization, contribution, working together with local factions, with local nonprofit organizations in cities and states and regions around the country and around the world, because apparently Canada had a No Kings protest, but they had to call it No Tyrants protest because they already have a king, King George, right? Or King Charles. I don't fucking know, right? But listen, I don't care about kings because we ain't never had to deal with one for 250 fucking years, folks. Come on. Let's see if Alliance is tell your No King story. What's next? I was trying to find the list of partners. Oh, right here. So look, I showed you this 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the upcoming No Kings protest. But now, hindsight 2020. We're Monday morning quarterbacking this right now. Seeing it from the other side of the protest. But these are all the people, all of the national groups that have worked with NoKings.org. Okay, 5051 New York, ACLU. Okay, United Workers, Arts Workers United, Build Resistance. Catholics Vote Common Good. A lot of unions, a lot of teachers unions, Common Defense, Climate Change, Healthcare. You name it. There's a lot of fists. There's a lot of fists on this website, on this page, right? College Democrats of America, Demlist. You get a lot, right? There's a whole litany of these groups, right? Green New Deal Network. Okay, this is not grassroots when you see this type of national networking of multiple different. There's Indivisible. Okay. There's another, this one over here looks just like the World Economic Forum logo, okay? This is a communist color revolution takeover, right? Labor unions, workers unions, teachers unions, okay? All of these people are fundamentally working together to create this narrative. Refuse fascism, okay? So many different groups. Look at it, it keeps going. Keeps going. Okay? I'm just trying to set the stage. Okay? But I'm trying to let you know before I jump into here. Okay? This one
break the chain.
Let's go. See if I can. Is there a way I can make this bigger? No.
Do like a so
because I wanted
character
to
wants to rainbow heart the USA. Just take that into consideration.
So this was a part that I wanted to show because this is a telltale sign of things to come for other protests. And if you're out in all these protests, I highly recommend keeping. You have to look for these certain things. Look for certain aspects and look for certain coordinated efforts. Okay, you got to always have your head on a swivel. You got to always know what you're looking for. But take a look here, and I tried to interview this woman, try to get as much information as I could, but I noticed the yellow vest lady over here, right? Okay. This yellow vest, you can't see her. Hold on. Let me go back just a little bit. Sorry.
A child.
Let me see.
Are you with anyone in particular?
So this yellow vest lady is just listen.
Yellow jacket.
I am.
What group are you with?
A radical progressive action.
Oh, cool. What, do you know as far as, like, were you the one that kind of pulled this together, or would you work with like other people, or?
We all, 50,
Sorry about the wind.
Oh, 5051. Okay, I know that group. So, and is that?
Who are you with?
I'm just documenting. I'm on my own. I'm just an
Okay.
independent guy.
Okay.
I'm curious because So did 5051 need to pull a permit for this kind of stuff, or is it just like a?
We told the police we're coming.
Okay, yeah, that's all you had to do, right?
Yeah.
So no like city. You didn't go to city council or anything.
No.
So you are you're with Progressive Action and then work with 5051.
Yeah.
I know that there's another group I talked with called Indivisible. Do you know about Indivisible too?
They're with us too. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So when they were doing their town halls, I met up with some of them at the town hall. I got some of their cards, but I just wasn't sure if like who was actually like the one that kind of coordinated. Do you all have like an email list, or just like people just kind of just blast it out on social media?
A lot. Yep. A lot
Okay.
of that.
Cool. Yeah. Right on. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate you. So this is over at noon, and then do you know any other ones outside of the one in Denver, or
Yes,
like?
there's one in Westminster. There's one in Wheat Ridge.
Okay.
Oh, is my computer being a potato? Is it being a potato now? Because I'm playing too much video.
Broomfield, Lafayette, Louisville, Boulder.
Yeah. Great. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Sure.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, so with that being said, that was one example. They were these, so there was about a dozen of these yellow jackets around Arvada protest. Okay, I'm gonna try to fast forward because there was another one. For anyone that saw the live stream, like I had this conversation here.
Thanks. Progressive Now Acts. And then 5150. I wanted to go talk to this 5150 table, but I'm just trying to like get a little
there's
bit
two over here.
intel.
That
but-
lady actually followed me. So that lady that I was talking to followed us over here, and then so I'm just trying to get a understanding that there are people
Actually,
that act.
not long though. Maybe we can find one more person to do a chat with.
And I wanted to
Denver.
actually. Where is
That is
this
part
other
of the fund illegal immigrant. The problem.
I'm trying to find these highlights, and that's the point I'm trying to make here right now, folks. Is I want to jump in here and show you these highlights.
Is it gets so fucking loud over here. It's hard to actually like conversate with someone. Congress, where are you? Congress is in a government shutdown.
Watch this interaction from this dude, okay? Listen, and this is just an example of how angry they get when someone asks and conversates, confronts them with just an opposing opinion, right? I'm not being angry, I'm not being violent. I'm just talking to someone and commenting on their sign, okay? Just listen.
Because the Democrats wanted to it's because the Democrats wanted to fund illegal immigrant health care. Yeah, that's why Congress, that's why the government shut down. No. So there's actually
You don't belong here.
No, it's 20 no, 20 Why
You don't belong here. You go to where you fucking, I don't even know what he said. You're going your ass off. I don't know what he said, but he said, I don't belong here. Okay.
I'm trying to have a conversation with you, my man.
No, you're not having a
So
conversation.
illegal-
You spewing out bullshit.
Illegal immigrants
spewing out bullshit.
are taking 38%. No, I'm just having a conversation. I can't have a conversation with you.
Listen to how angry he
So in
is.
democracy, we can't have conversations.
Right? Okay. So I'm not going to, that guy had a UK flag on at a No Kings protest, right, Forrest, mommy? Calling it like you see it, okay? Give me a fucking break. That's absolutely ridiculous. What a fucking idiot. And it pisses me off when I have to argue with people like that, right? And I'm not going to, I don't want to go through all of this, but I wanted to bring up some of these highlights. I wanted to show you actually from my other Denver protest. And the thing that sucks about the Denver protest footage is that it really got bad audio.
Hello. Let's make sure the audio is good.
Audio quality, and then the bitrate quality really got dragged down because there was arguably 20,000 people in Denver. There was a lot of people in Denver, folks. And that's what I'm going to say is that, like, really quickly, please don't fall for the conservative narrative that this is a flop and this is not anything. It's a nothing burger. Folks, there was multiple millions of people that came out on Saturday to protest against Donald Trump. It is apparent that there obviously is millions of people across this country that no matter what will show up and protest against Donald Trump because why? Orange man bad. That's what happens, okay? They're gonna do it. They feel good about doing it. It's all an ego stroke. But when a conservative media or left or right-wing outlets tell you that no one showed up, that is incorrect. Lots of people showed up. They have organizations. They have networking. They do this, and they make sure that their optics are in volume. Okay. And I'm calling out conservatives right now. Calling out anyone on the right now. You show me a protest that gets half this many people. I'll wait, because I haven't seen a conservative rally like this in Denver in a long ass time. I see attempts, but if you want to say that that it was a flop, or that the Democrats are blowing smoke, you've got another thing coming, and I got a bridge to fucking sell you, bro. Because they all showed up in number. And if you think that it's going to be an easy fight to at least attempt to take back Colorado from these leftists, from these communists, these overt socialists who try to implement their policies by putting in socialist legislators, if you think that fight's going to be easy, you got another thing coming, because it's not. And that's why we have to be active and vocal now, to make sure that we all are aware that this is not going to be a cakewalk. They are mobilizing, and they hive mind, and they network together, and come rain or shine, anyone to the right of Stalin is an enemy to the left. And that is how they operate. There was a lot of people in Denver, folks. A lot of people. And I will not, not an argument with that. Let's show you some of these pictures, though, okay? Because I did want to show you the pictures. Oh wait, hold on. Where is it? This one. We'll get rid of this one. Okay. Show you some of these pictures, and then we'll go back to the videos. So there's a couple cool pictures, okay? Couple cool shots. That's a pretty good shot. I like that shot. Obviously, I mean, any shot with the Capitol in it's pretty cool, regardless of the midwits and the mouth breathers that crowded up the space below. But just a picture in the streets. This is a good photo here. Apparently there was a whole thing about the yellow, using yellow as a color revolution thing, and trying to stand behind in solidarity with the color yellow. That was their strategy. So when you see people wearing these yellow, that's their thing. But I mean, this is Denver, folks. You have to understand that these leftist liberal enclaves, you're gonna get people to come out in droves, because they're a hive. They're a hive mind, right? Just more photos, pretty good shots. The thing that sucks about this, folks, is that I had really good footage from my other camera, from my body cam that I wore. I got this. Where is it at? I got my other camera here. I used it. I got my camera here. It was excellent. It worked. It worked awesome. It did a great job. I had it running when I was doing my other live stream. Only problem is, it was filming at a horrible. It was filmed in like a time lapse mode, so it was cutting, and it was breaking it all. It didn't record like I wanted it to, so the footage was essentially unusable. And some of the angles, a majority of the takes were really blocky, broken down, terrible angles, terrible shot. So unfortunately, I won't be able to use that. I got that good photo. That's a good photo. I'm gonna hold on to that one for later. But let's see if I can find what was the video that I wanted to show? Where was it? Was it this one? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah. So this was the stupid dumb angle that I was working with. All right. So half of it was my fault, because I didn't check how it was set up on my fucking body cam. Anyways, I showed you the lady in yellow from Arvada. Well, this is another guy wearing an orange vest in Denver. And he wasn't the only one. There were other ones walking along the outskirts of the mob, coordinating and observing what was happening. It wasn't. It's not organic, folks. I'm telling you. There's multiple levels to this. Okay. Let's play it.
I'm standing over here.
So I just walked by him, and then I said, "Wait, I'm gonna turn around and go ask this guy a question."
Are you legal as in like a legal citizen or legal like a law attorney? Or like a I'm an observer, a legal observer.
So I'm trying to.
What does that mean? It means like looking for any conflict.
So right here, let me see if I can get it. Sorry, I'm doing this in real time, folks. So right down here, in the bottom, on his vest, there's a stick. He put a piece of duct tape, and it says "legal" on it. So I walked up, partially as a joke, asking him, "Hey, what's that? What does it mean, legal? Like, are you legal like a legal citizen, or legal like as an attorney?" I was half joking, right? But let's go back. Let's see what it said. Let's.
You're standing over here. Are you legal as in like a legal citizen or legal like a law attorney? Or like I'm an observer, a legal observer. A legal observer.
A legal observer. I saw ones in pink in another video that were doing all crowd control. Very organic. That's my whole thing, folks, is that this doesn't happen when anyone for gun rights, when anyone for free speech, when anyone protesting more taxes or defending Tabor, or when we had when we had the COVID lockdowns and we were doing the anti-vaccine protests and the mandates and the masking, and we were protesting against that. None of these organized fucking suit jacket, clipboard holding fucking legal observers, however his term is, none of these people were around. Okay? Just take that in consideration, folks. None of this shit's fucking organic.
What does that mean?
It means like looking if there's any conflict, I try to document it.
Oh, so like reporting, like a citizen's journalist, or do you have like a camera, or?
No, it's something for the parade. It's a security thing. So if there's conflicts.
Something for the parade, if it's a security thing. That's what he said.
With the authorities, I want to.
Oh, you want to be like the eyes, individual third party.
Right.
Are you working with anyone or just yourself?
There's many of us here.
With the vet?
There's many of us here. That's all he said. I asked him who he is working with, or is he by himself? And he said, there's many of us here. Okay? What does that mean, chat? What does that mean, folks? Gandalf, what do you got to say?
You shall not pass!
Yeah, that doesn't pass my sniff test. You shall not pass my sniff test, you fucking secret agent over here. And that's what, so this is what I want. I'm trying to get to the point here.
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you.
Listen.
You see how he was backing up for me? This is organic protests don't have legal third-party observers to document. Okay? You know, this is what America's about. No kings.
So unfortunately, my footage from my body cam was all angled, stupid, and dumb, and that's my fault. I'll take the fucking L on that, folks. Next time, I won't wear it the way I did it. But point I'm trying to make is that you got to film everything, you got to document everything, and I already got trolls on my X account right now telling me, "Oh, you're not a citizen journalist. You don't know anything. The First Amendment doesn't mean you're not a citizen journalist. You're not credible." Bitch, I walk out on the streets anytime I can, record and document, report and observe and ask questions and be involved in the movement. What the fuck are you doing? Sitting on your computer bitching at me, trying to fucking put all this shit, put all the pieces together and be as objective and as honest as I can. Chew on a fucking boot, bitch. I fucking have to say to that. Listen.
Thank you, Sick of Shitty Gov. Be safe. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in, Sick of Shitty Gov. I will be safe right now.
So I turned off the camera here. I don't know if Do I have another shot of another angle? I mean, I don't really have any other, because I have this.
America has not had a.
Let me just play this. This is me standing in the middle of Lincoln Street in front of the Capitol. The entire mob took over Lincoln Street, blocked the road, stood there, and they did the most pathetic excuse of a chant. Like so fucking half-assed. Let's just watch.
Yeah. This is the shot right here, folks. You know, 249 years America has not had a king. And we stand here today in opposition of the king, the wannabe dictator king, potato head, Jared Polis. Oh wait, I mean Donald Trump. I'm sorry, Donald Trump. Yes, my fault. I get the potato heads mixed up, you know. Authoritarians are red and blue. It doesn't matter who. Authoritarians are red and blue. It doesn't matter who. All right, we got two different chants. Let's pick one. We got to pick a chant. How many people do you think are here? I don't know. 10,000 maybe?
I figured probably 20,000.
10,000? Well, it's hard to say when you're on the ground, you know? I'm going to try to get my way up to that Capitol. Try to get my way up there. Great, good stuff. What do we got? How are we doing in the video feed? Is fuzzy, bud. Doing my best. Probably, honestly, there's probably a lot of, because there's the flock surveillance system. So see that camera? That's probably a flock camera there. That Mayor Mike Johnson just undermined the city council 12-0 vote against flock systems. So if you want to protest against Kings, Mayor Mike Johnson literally just undermined the entire Denver City Council by going against the people who voted against flock systems and undermined the city council by installing flock system cameras. So there is going to be a town hall October 22nd if you're interested to protest against flock system cameras.
Listen to how sad they chant.
Listen to that enthusiasm.
Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey.
Like,
where are we at?
Like, what a sad and broken, pathetic, like, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, like they sound like they don't even want to be there. Like, it sounds so pathetic, so ridiculous. So that's some of my footage I had. I have one other bit of footage that I wanted to try to use.
In cities.
Yeah, I can't use this
country.
footage.
They are trying to destroy us.
I can't use that footage. So unfortunately, most of that footage is cooked on the other side. But
levels should be good.
Let's find this guy, this gentleman here, folks. This was arguably this was the gentleman of the day for me in Denver, and I wish that I was able to get better audio quality from this goblin, so I can get him actually saying it. But we can you can kind of make it out still. But he essentially says he would like to see Donald Trump dragged through the streets and his life ended. Okay? So these are the type of people that we are dealing with, okay? But before I do that, I do want to address I want to break the stream up a little bit. Enjoying this stream, enjoying this conversation, hit that thumbs up button, share this video with all your friends and family, and be a part of Break the Chains Media. Be a part of the Chain Gang. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, you name it, find it. Break the Chains Media, Break the Chains M on X. But I wanted to take a beat really quick because I need to show you this, folks. I gotta show you this because what's happening right now is unacceptable. The fact that Let me zoom out here. The fact that there are people right now. Okay, so this right here from Libs of TikTok. You get photos from the No Kings protest. Charlie Kirk had it coming. Make assassinations great again. Right. This is posted from Libs of TikTok. Okay, I walked by this booth. Did not get the footage, but I walked by this booth. It was downtown. I fucking saw it. Okay? Huge turnout of midwits and radical leftists. One guy even suggested that we publicly, we're going to get into this guy, okay? When people claim the left isn't violent, they are either stupid or lying, okay? I posted this, and then of course, you get the trolls, okay? Little fuckwits come in here and they add their 2 cents. They try to fucking stir the pot and twist the knife, whatever they fucking want. Okay? But they show up and they say, no one will be shocked by this, but you're lying again. I was there for an hour and saw none of this BS. And then I had someone else comment on me saying that I'm sure some other people, right? Yes. So many people think that this is fake and this is that this was photoshopped. Okay, where was I think the other person that he probably deleted his fucking comment because I showed him the fucking receipts, folks. Show them the receipts. What do? I come with evidence. Okay, Denver Communists on Instagram. You look it up. It takes 2 fucking seconds. Okay, you find it and you look. Okay. We're going down this hole, folks, because these are, I'm going to be clear, the mass amounts of people that were there yesterday are not all communists. They are not all these people, okay? There are midwits and useful idiots, okay? They come because that's what the TV has told them. That's what the narrative is. Mockingbird media, okay? The fact that Obama allowed for local national news to be a propagandized news sourcing, okay? The mainstream media can propagandize their stories to spin it into a political narratives, okay? It's been done, and they do it all the fucking time. So now you get a mass amounts, thousands upon thousands of, people just following the herd, sheeple for lack of better terms, but then inside the larger groups. And this is how they operate. This is how radicals, this is how the communist, this is how Marxists, this is how they want their violent communist revolutions. This is how they operate. They have small cells, and then they parasite feed off of the larger protests that are organized by arguably the lesser radical leftist, right? The more progressive, the more older, the more suburban leftists, the suburban liberals come out because they just don't like Trump, they don't like Republicans, blah blah blah. Yeah, but they're gonna go on with their day. They're still gonna go to soccer practice. They're still gonna do their chili cookouts. They're still gonna do all these things that normal suburban people do. But the leftists, the radical communists, piggyback on lots of these progressive movements, these progressive functions. Occupy Wall Street. We're going way back, folks. Occupy Wall Street, Black Lives Matter, the Baltimore riots, George Floyd, the Summer of Love, COVID narrative, all these things, okay? So many different instances, year over year, that they have used to piggyback off of, to then find individuals out of the larger crowd to ask them, hey, are you sound like you know some stuff. You sound like you're a hip guy. Why don't you come join our group? We meet up over here, or come check out my webs. Come check out our activist group on Reddit, right? Come follow us over here. We do Zoom meetings, or we have a Discord. Come check out our Discord. And then these moderates, these center leftist moderates that don't get the proper information, these radical ideologues, these communist ideologues, parasite off of them, and then they basically recruit them to their more radical extreme cause. That is how they operate. That is how, let's be fair, folks. Both sides do it. You get radicalized on one side or the other, whether it's fucking, KKK, extreme right-wing skinhead types, or you get communist revolutionaries. Okay, they both operate in these ways, in these ideologues. Okay, but they parasite off the middle, and this protest, this party here, was lots and lots of people from the middle, from the centrist, from the right, or from the left side of the middle, which at this point would be like a Bill Clinton or a Jimmy Carter-esque type Democrat. But Denver is full of these extremists. Denver has lots of organizations just like this. They aren't just imaginary. They are very fucking real. Okay? I'm going to read you what the Denver Communists had to say about the No Kings protest. I'm going to show you some of these pictures from the Denver Communists from the No Kings protest on Saturday. Okay? On Saturday, we joined 30,000 at the No Kings rally at March, a national call to, quote, peaceful protest the Trump regime. They quotationed peaceful protest. Just note that. Like previous No Kings event, this one had a parade fair vibe, with official organizers typically being more focused on making demands of protesters, in parentheses, quote, lead with love, not anger, and no civil disobedience than on the state. Though the event was heavily endorsed by Genocide Air, is that a word? Genocide Air, Kamala Harris, and other Democrat Party leaders, we found that many in the crowd openly disdained the liberal electoral politics coming from the front. Our new signs mocking Charlie Kirk's assassination, the Trump regime demonization of dissent, and the right-wing talking points about paid protesters got overwhelming support. Okay? They are trolling the right. Okay? These communists are trolling the right. Okay? But this is what they post. They think it's funny. They make jokes about it. They make light of it. They think it's a part of the fun game. Okay? This is a real photo. Okay? Globalize the Intifada is a banner that they use. Okay? The frogs. Okay? These inflatable frogmen. Or these frog suits. Okay? These are all part of the modern extreme wing of the left party. These arguably radical leftist ideologues who want a communist revolution. Okay? They make jokes about Antifa. Okay? This is funny. Okay? They are intentionally trolling right now. Notice that says join Antifa with a R as a brand. Okay? But they should have done it as a trademark, but semantics. We're getting $5,000 signing bonus, $600 per protest from George Soros. They're making a joke of it. They're making light of it. Okay? But these Denver communists think it's funny. And they think that they justify use of Antifa. And they're going to say, oh, it doesn't exist, it's an ideology. This is what they say all the fucking time, folks. They say it's an ideology. Okay? Showing some of more of this, okay? We are all Charlie Kirk. I don't know if that was just someone there or someone was holding the sign with maybe a Trump supporter at the rally. Okay. This picture says enough, folks. This picture says enough. Okay. I'm gonna save this photo because I can. Okay. I'm gonna save this photo. But yeah, that picture is worth 1,000 words. I can have a whole live stream on this photo here. You got the Palestinian flag. You've got the Antifa flag, which is apparently just an organization. It's not an organization. It doesn't exist. It's a figment of our imagination, folks. Antifa is just a figment of our imagination. Okay? It doesn't exist. But yet there's the flag right there, and it's in front of the Colorado State Capitol. Okay? Fund healthcare, not genocide. Sure. Okay? This is all part of the Denver Communists Instagram page. Okay? You tell me that these people are peaceful. Okay? This picture right here. Okay? Marching down 17th Street right now. They're marching down 17th Street back to the Capitol, waving the Antifa flag, a flag of an organization that's just an ideology, right? It doesn't exist. No one's part of it. It doesn't exist, folks. It's not real. But there's a flag right there. Okay? Oh, wait. There's a website right here. Colorado Springs Anti-Fascists, exposing fascists and disrupting their organization in so-called Colorado. What does it mean in so-called Colorado? Who the fuck is running your website, idiots? Well, I guess I answered my own question in the question, right? Idiots are running their fucking website in so-called Colorado. What does that even fucking mean? Hey guys, did you guys know something? Antifa doesn't exist. Antifa's not real. What's this though? How did I stumble upon something that doesn't exist? Colorado Springs Anti-Fascists, okay? Front Range Antifa is another website. A second website I found specific to Colorado, folks. You tell me Antifa doesn't exist. I got a bridge to sell you. Anti-fascist research and action in, they quoted it again, in quote, Colorado. What does that fucking mean? Okay? All right, now we're gonna go to this here. Check it out. Okay? Tying it in, what do we got here? G. Edward Griffin, bringing some real truth from 1969. Let's take a listen, folks. And I'm gonna save this video. I'm gonna share this. So once I share this video, please send this everywhere. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Make sure your friends and family sees this live stream, because I think this is super important, especially if you're living in Colorado. Because wolves are at the door, folks. They're licking their chops. They want dinner. They want red meat. They are hungry, and they ain't stopping until they take over the fucking Capitol to a super majority, more than they already have. We gotta fight back. Freedom must remain. Liberty, freedom, limited government, maximum liberty. Okay? That's what we need here in Colorado. Sign the fucking alarm, dude. Let's go, dude. G. Edward Griffin, let's take a listen.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
Props to that, dude. Hell fucking yeah. Let's go. I mean, that is textbook what is happening right now. What is happening right now, okay? Anti-fascist research and action in Colorado. It doesn't exist. Antifa doesn't exist, folks. It's not real. It's just an ideology. That's what they say. It's just an ideology. Just an ideology. Okay? Let's the points of unity for the Front Range Antifa. Okay? As a network of the Torch Antifa network, okay, we adhere to the following guidelines and principles. We disrupt fascist and far-right organizing and activity. We don't rely on the cops or courts to do our work for us. We oppose all forms of oppression and exploitation. We hold ourselves accountable personally and collectively to live up to our ideals and values. We not only support each other within the network, but we also support people outside the network who believe in similar aims or principles. Attack on one is attack on all. This is what they do, folks. Hive mind mentality, okay? Be aware. Be aware. These people are around. These people are all over the place. Okay? So when I'm saying, when people say that this is, that people literally said that this photo was photoshopped. Okay? They literally said that this photo was photoshopped. It's not real. Well, folks, it's all here. All the photos are here. Okay? Denver Communists on Instagram. It's right fucking here. Okay? They all make jokes of it. They all think it's funny. Yeah. Party for Socialism and Liberation. These people are taking over our fucking state. Denver Justice and Peace Committee. They use warm, welcoming words to skew their to guise their extremist ideology, okay? They are extremists. Okay? Globalize the Intifada. This. Denver Communists. Okay? Got their own website. DenverCommunist.org. Okay? Who on earth would celebrate the assassination of Charlie Kirk? Denver Communists. Okay? Palestinian liberation by any means necessary. Okay? I mean, do I have to keep going on? Do I have to keep showing you? This shit is real. It's all fucking in our city. It's in our state. They're trying to take over. They've already arguably taken over a branch of our fucking government here in Colorado, which is why we have to fucking call it out every single day. So with that being said, I'm going to play this for us. Okay?
Trayvon Martin?
Yes.
Because
he died in
yeah.
Those are the facts we're asserting.
Right, but what about the people that are funding these protests like this? That are organizing and operating it?
Funding is most.
Have you?
So I'm just going to preface this. The audio is extremely trash. The audio on my live stream is horrible, and this was my first live stream with a new phone, and I am going to definitely invest in some other technology, some more, whether it's a better microphone or a wireless Bluetooth mic or something to make sure I get better quality. And the reason why the stream was so terrible is because so many people were fucking streaming. So much bandwidth was being sucked out of Denver that day. There was 20,000 plus people there. What's up, sick of shitty gov? Appreciate you jumping in. We are going over the imaginary groups in Colorado, the groups that don't exist, right? The groups that Denver Communists. Apparently someone on my X feed thinks that this was a photoshopped image that I was sharing, but this is actually from the Denver Communist Instagram page. So someone thought that was photoshopped, so I had to make sure that I told them that actually it's real. The Denver Communists is a real website. You can go to denvercommunist.org and look at all of their extremist views. Antifa, the thing that's just an ideology. Thing that's just an ideology that doesn't exist. It's not an organization. It's just an idea. Colorado Springs Antifa right here on a website. How you can get involved. Migrate from black blocs to no blogs. It's here. Points of Unity. Torch Antifa Network. Front Range Antifa. Okay. Anti-fascist research and action in Colorado. Front Range Antifa, an ideology. It doesn't exist, though. It's not an organization. It doesn't exist, right? So I was just breaking that down. Break the chains media style. You know how I do. But I'm prefacing this because this midwit, this fucking mouth breather, this goblin, this creature, this cretin that crawls on his fucking belly before he goes to bed at night beneath a sewer, spoke to me regarding how we move forward as a country. So let's take a listen. This is from Saturday. This is from Denver, and I'm going to try to do my best. I'm going to try to do my best to make sure that you get quality audio, and I will try to repeat whatever isn't heard clearly. So I'm going to let this play out as long as I can. Try not to stop it, but let's check it out.
Have you gone to the website nokings.org? Nokings.org is like the national. That's how I learned about this. Is go to nokings.org, and then it's a national movement that has probably 50 different smaller organizations that networked to get people to show up for all of these, not just in Denver, but suburbs and all.
So, really quick, notice. I know we aren't supposed to acknowledge that, but I'm done. Yeah, no, it's good. No, I'm right there with you. I see that. I think people need to be put in check. They feel like they can get away with stuff. This communist color revolution is trying to violently take over, and we have to have a fucking Maginot Line, the fucking wall, bro. We got to build a fucking wall so these communists don't continue to destroy this goddamn country. Notice the guy in full black behind this dude as I'm interviewing him. I think this guy was probably probably networked with someone a little bit more radical. But let's keep listening. I just wanted to point out the guy in all black.
So there's I think there's only over 50 protests. Sure, and that's what this is. But
Vigilantes, yeah. We need Batman, Spider-Man.
The parasites that are in power.
All right, I'll take a listen to what this guy says.
So the parasite class of like Donald Trump, or like Chuck Schumer, or like Nancy Pelosi, or like Mitt Romney, or like so what would you say is the solution?
Their decisions that they decide to make.
I said, what's the solution?
Well, how would you like to change that?
Honestly, I would love for Donald Trump to be fucking killed.
You want Donald Trump to be killed?
Yes.
Why is that? But how would you like get through?
Did you hear that, folks? Did you hear that? Let me know in the chat if you guys heard that from this little goblin, this little cretin's mouth. To have people on the left, liberals, Democrats, progressives, say it was a peaceful protest. Sure. No one got Charlie Kirked on Saturday. Thank God. But this little shit stick, this little weasel fuck, just said he would prefer it if Donald Trump's life was ended. He also said he wanted to see him dragged through the streets. But let's continue.
Court system, right? Or do you want to have him killed like Charlie Kirk was killed?
I mean, that's one way of doing it. I'm saying go through the courts.
He said that's one way of doing it.
He's too fat to be thrown.
Well, that might be an option because cholesterol might get him,
I tried to joke with him.
So you'd want to see a public.
Every fucking child that he had raped has the right to fucking be invaded.
So they try to justify it because they immediately tie it to Donald Trump's a rapist. He went on Epstein Island, and that's why he should be unalived, right? Absolutely incredible.
So you're suggesting to have a public execution of our sitting president?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you think that would solve the problem, or you think that would make it worse? You think it would help?
He said definitely would help.
I disagree with political assassination and political murder does not help, and I think it would only exacerbate a further division of our country.
The Republicans and the Nazi Party had the audacity to storm the Capitol on January 6th.
Oh, you think that was it? You think?
Okay, so then he goes off on this whole January 6th thing. He goes on a fucking whole tirade, folks. But this is what we're dealing with, folks. And I'm just trying to tell you. So I wish, and I there's so much more in these streams because I had a lot of other stuff that I filmed.
Yeah.
A lot of other you can see some of these other live streams. You can go check out the live stream that I did until my phone My phone actually died at the very end of it here. So my phone died down here, and I wasn't able to do anything else. So my phone died, and then I ended up, trying to come back around once it was charged. But by then I had to go to work. I had shit I needed to do. Couldn't continue with the live stream. But I try to do what I can, folks. Do what I can. Try to get it out there for you. But it is important. It is interesting, and you must be aware that these people will do anything to spin the narrative to make sure that they are the heroes of their story, that these communists are the heroes of their story, and they are the ones fighting against the evil takeover of this nation, when in fact they are the ones taking over what it means to be in America, what it means to have a constitutional republic, what our founding fathers wanted, right? What our founding fathers built this country upon. We did protest against kings, okay? We did protest against tyrants, okay? The original No King Squad. Beware of imitators. This is the energy, folks, okay? We have to understand that the color revolution communists are not going to give up. They're going to stay persistent, and they're going to continue to shape and twist this narrative. Be aware and make sure that you know your shit. You know what you are talking about. Because the next thing you know, they're knocking at the door. Okay? They're talking about gun control. They're talking about, health care for all. They open the borders. If they open borders, and if they fundamentally change how our legislative systems work, if they naturalize all multiple millions of illegal immigrants in this country, if they allow for socialized medicine in this country, if they pack the courts, this is what we're against, folks. They are trying to install a communist takeover through our constitutional republic by installing their own party members within our government, extracting our wealth and sending it overseas for whatever means, and then trying to redirect our wealth for illegal immigrants, open borders, our country's destroyed. Game fucking over, man. Game over, man. Game over, man. Gandalf, what do you got to say?
You shall not pass!
Yeah, it's a tough time out here, guys. It's a tough time out here. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a chat if you give me a follow if you enjoy this kind of rambling, ranting. Sick of shitty gov. If Trump was on that island, it would have been leaked long ago in 2016. I agree, but guess what? One of the reasons why they probably haven't is because they've got compromise on everyone. They've got Bill Clinton. They've got Gates. They've got you name it. You've got the who's. Fucking Stephen Hawking. You got probably celebrities, Chris Rock, Kevin Spacey, you name it. They were all there. Compromise on global leaders across the world, business moguls, Hollywood celebrities. Everyone was on that island. So to expose Trump would therefore mean that they would have to expose more than that. So it's almost like a domino. Like both sides, whether Trump releases it or whether the Democrats could have released it, regardless of anything, right? It would open up a proverbial can of worms for the global compromise, right? I hope they realize what they're doing. The law arresting them for incitement and negligence and a mercy compared to what would happen if the rights of radicals get activated. The right radicals get activated. People that regularly shoot. Exactly. They don't have no comprehension what they would be up against. And I don't want that, and I'm not calling for it. I do not support or want that to see that future, but all options are on the table right now in this unwritten, unforeseen world we're living in, especially when we got communists radicalizing leftists and saying that what happened to Charlie Kirk was validated, right? That's why I keep stressing and I keep saying that we are in a post-Charlie Kirk America. We are in the post-Kirk era of America. The post-Kirk era is a slogan. It is a category in history now. Post-Kirk America. Post-Kirk era. That's where we're in. Actually get mad enough to do what Antifa is doing. Well, the commies won't like that, neither will the public. Really pray that the law takes care of this because everyone can feel it in the air. Not advocating, just stay. No, dude, I'm right there with you. I just said it. I'm not advocating. I don't want it. But like I said, this energy is very palpable. Like you just said, it's in the air. It's in the ether. There is something electric happening in this country right now, arguably across the world. We are so wrapped up. We are so bound up by our own internal politics. UK right now is about to institute, social credit score, Chinese style social credit score, fucking facial recognition software, real ID software, digital ID, track trace database, everything that everybody should oppose is a digital track trace database ID system. And UK is about to do that now. We're not far behind from them. And we are sitting on the precipice of a new era. We are in uncharted territory, folks. It is very wild, the times that we are living in. Let's see. I'm going to try to show you. Let's watch this. This is from let me try to see if I can pull this up here. Yep. This is from Denver protest off Reddit. This was a group of MAGA men walking around after or during the protest on the streets, but apparently Drew Kartos recorded this, but this guy let's just watch.
God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump! God bless Trump!
So they're protesting the protesters, and this is what we have to be aware of. Sick of shitty gov. This is why we have to be calculated with how we respond to the mob of communists. This is how we have to be calculated in our response to when they are in their hive mind, collective consciousness energy. Because if you are not watching your back, if you are not calculated, if you are not tactical and intelligent in how to approach these people, they will find you and they will target you, and then bad things will happen, and I do not want that. Let's just keep watching, okay? Let's keep watching.
Yeah, fuck you! Ride your bike, you fucking fag! Go get a job! Yeah.
All right, so really quick. He was wearing glasses. So see this guy right here, this little punk ass? Yeah. Let's check it out. Let's keep watching. So this guy right here. See this kid? This kid. This kid right here. This guy's wearing his glasses. This kid grabs this guy's glasses and then it unfolds. That's all it takes, folks. One little thing. That's all it takes. Watch. See? So this kid took this guy's glasses, fucking with him, right? So the dude fell down, obviously. We're going to keep watching. It gets worse. He just ate shit. He just ate bad shit on the curb. Let's rewind that. Poor guy, dude. And we missed it because this guy was obviously in the way. But he ate shit right there. Fucking bad. Right there. Oh no, this guy tripped him. This guy tripped him. He tripped him. Let's watch it again. So here's the guy running. See, right there. He tripped him. Yeah. They instigate. Point I'm trying to make is the left will instigate the violence. We will stand there and be a peaceful peaceful counter-protest, using our First Amendment, being able to speak and conversate. I showed up in a little bit more of an incognito way, right? I was a little bit more incognito, a little bit more behind the scenes. I wore nondescript clothing. I just tried to have conversations, had camera rolling so I can just conversate with these people. But they will attack you if you oppose their hegemony. Okay? He gets tripped right here. Exhibit A. He's getting tripped right there by the dude wearing the flag. See? Right there. So he didn't fall. The old man did not fall on his own accord. He was tripped by the leftists. They want violence. Point proven in my whole fucking tirade today, my whole diatribe on X today. Saying that the left is violent. I've been saying this for a long time. We all have, right? The left wants violence. We don't want to let them. We don't let them. We cannot let that fall. We can't let this shit fall down the fucking rabbit hole like that. Don't be sorry. I agree with you, man. I agree that that justice needs to be served. But what happens if that were the Denver police, no different than Portland police, would literally just say, tough shit, I can't find them. This is all black bloc tactics. They all work in a hive mind together. Okay? Let's keep watching. So that dude trips him. I'm sure the guy, look. See? This is a man he went from walking on the sidewalk just saying Donald Trump, like cheering on for Donald Trump, to now he's been assaulted, he's had battery, now he has his face busted open, his glasses are lost. Do you see how quickly that happened? In 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, this all happened. Let's keep watching. He is so fired up right now. That dude is so fucking fired up.
You guys are gonna get your ass beat if you don't quit. I'm serious. Hey, get your buddy. Get your buddy. Back up, man. You ran into me. What the fuck? Yeah, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
See, now that same punk ass kid. Sorry. Now that same punk ass kid, now he has a skateboard. So now that same punk ass kid has a skateboard. And now some purple haired bitch is in his face trying to record his ass. Now that kid needs to get fucking beat. I agree, dude. We are beyond the conversation. It's right in front of Union Station. I've been wondering lately if the state militia shouldn't show up to these and make sure patriots can let their voices be heard without getting beaten. Well, you know what? State militias are one thing, but how about some one percenters? How about some good old boys, right? Some club members, if you will. Okay? You don't want to see them get involved. They don't fuck around. We don't fuck around, okay? Just saying. These little shit sticks with their goddamn frog masks and their blow up animal bullshit. That's a whole nother thing. We can talk about the blow up animals tomorrow on Tyranny Response Tuesday. But there's a whole angle that that the left is trying to fucking pull. They're trying to make it all cutesy and fun when in reality it's all daggers and knives behind their fucking bunnies and their fucking inflatable fucking frog outfits and whatever the hell else they fucking wear. Yeah, this guy's fired up now, and I would be too.
What are you doing? Get out of here. They're violent right now.
This all happened in Denver in front of Union Station. Look. Like the face of a conservative in Denver. Unfortunately, this is, you know, yeah, no one was Charlie Kirk, but this dude's eyebrow just got busted open. Okay? Any patriot without a family should go to these places so this doesn't happen. The cops would just enforce the fucking law. Yeah, if cops enforced the fucking law, we wouldn't have this shit. We shouldn't have to be worried about. And here's the thing. Here's the double-edged sword with all this dumb shit, is that these goddamn fucking liberal enclaves take away your gun rights, take away your concealed carry rights, make sure that you can't protect yourself as the Constitution reaffirms it. You want me to have... That's a whole nother conversation to be had. Concealed carry, Second Amendment, okay? Don't fuck with me. But you can't do it. If you were to do that in Portland, if you do that in Denver, you do that in Chicago, Seattle, LA, New York, every single one of those states, every single one of those cities in those states has some sort of absurd communist fucking gun control. I hear you, man. I hear you, sick of shitty gov, dude. It's not acceptable anymore.
Buy new glasses. No, bro. Buy new glasses. Don't do something stupid, man.
No. You know, see that kid? Oh, that fucking kid, dude. I'm fired up, man.
You need stitches, bro. Go home.
Probably, yeah. His eyebrow is busted open like a fucking boxer.
For real. For real. Go contact the police right now. Come on, let's go get stitches, dude. Come on.
He's so angry. Look at the rage on his face. I feel for this man. No, man. Denver is a communist fucking hellscape.
No, he tripped and fell. He tripped and fell.
No, he did not trip and fall. Someone tripped him. Someone actually fucking tripped him. Okay? Let's review the footage, folks. Reviewing the footage. Going back to where it was here, trying to find it. The moment that he was tripped by this little fuckwit tripped him right there. Okay? He did not fall. That person that tripped him intentionally should be thrown in jail. Prosecuted and thrown in jail. He tripped him. Okay? That guy. And unfortunately, we don't see his face in this footage. That's the black bloc. That's the Antifa. That's the insurrectionist. That's the mindset. That's the ideology. So even if that dude wasn't part of the radical left, you're going to find a individual from these so-called imaginary ideological groups will find this person and will recruit this person to radicalize him further. That's how they operate. It all comes with the territory, bro. You gotta be aware of the territory, man.
Come on, let's go get stitches, dude. Come on. I know you're mad, bro, but no, he tripped and fell.
He did not trip and fall.
He tripped and fell. Somebody tripped him, but he fell and he bounced.
Oh, he corrected himself. Somebody tripped him, but he fell. No, someone tripped him and he fell and bashed his head open.
Stop, but he needs stitches. Come on, man. Just go get stitches, bro. You got a game to go to tomorrow. Just go get stitches, bro.
It's fucking bullshit, dude. And he was in town for the fucking Broncos game. That's the shit, dude. He was just visiting. And he ends up getting shit kicked in because of these fucking commies. You understand it? Revolution in our time from the Denver Communists. The Denver Communists organized together on the basis of mutual commitment to revolutionary socialism, internationalism, and liberation from all oppression. Our politics are distinct from social democrats, anarchists, and other socialists, though we happily work with any of them toward a common goal. We're communist in the tradition of Marx, Engels, Lenin, Trotsky, and Luxembourg. They openly admit it. The Denver Commies began in 2012 in a branch of the International Socialist Organization and stayed together when it dissolved in 2019. Together with the Seattle and Boston Revolutionary Socialists and comrades around the country, we founded a new national organization called the Firebrand in 2022. We'll get into Firebrand later, chat. We'll get into Firebrand later, okay? Dude, it's all here. I'm not gonna give them any more airtime because this is the world. What I want to identify the enemy, so we can strategize solutions. You and me and everyone listening and everyone that watches this and everyone that you tell involved with this. We have to do something. Okay? We have to make sure. I don't know if I can play all that music, but yeah. Beautiful, beautiful AI. What a legendary AI post from JD Vance, right? Trolling on an epic level. Gotta have some humor after that. It's so hard when you see that kind of behavior happen. It's amazing that they were able to do this. How brilliant is that? Using the moment that the Democrats were on their knees for George Floyd. And fucking cross-cut it with Donald Trump as a king. Sick of shitty gov. I see that, man. I feel that. No, I really do. And here's the thing, and we're gonna shift gears here in just a sec. I'm gonna jump back in here. We're gonna wrap up this in just a few minutes. I've got one more thing I wanted to talk about. I know I spent a lot of time talking about the rally and communists and the state of Denver and the state of our country and what we need to do and how we need to be aware. But this is what needs to happen, folks. We are sitting here in a time where we're not here. I'm not here to speak to the internet. I'm not here blabbing and yelling about this to try to change anyone's mind. Unfortunately, any type of conversation like that died the day they shot Charlie Kirk. Any inclination to try to win the conversation, to try to have these debates, to try to converse people in a civil discussion manner, to try to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't have open borders, maybe you shouldn't have illegal immigrants. I mean, I am going to continue to have these conversations, and I am going to try to talk to people, but I'm not doing it to convince them to change their mind or convince them otherwise, because they're already entrenched in their worldview. But I will continue to have conversations, and I will continue to enlighten people on information that they are not aware of, so that way they at least know what side of history they're on in this post-Kirk era of America. That's where I'm sitting, folks. And I'm not trying to black pill, I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there might have been a time to have these kind of debates and conversations and maybe have this 100th monkey theory of like swaying the tide in a freedom liberty mindset. But right now, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to conversate on, what this channel is about, is galvanizing like-minded people together against those that want to destroy this nation. Those that want to destroy liberty, sovereignty, individual rights, private property rights, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, anyone that opposes these morals and these principles and these values. If you're not standing with the Bill of Rights, with limited government, with fiscal responsibility, maximum liberty to the people, making sure that the people resonate with the most free will possible. Government is not the solution. We should have government officials legislating to ensure that less government is the end goal. More people need to be educated. More people need to be defending and protecting themselves. Government is not the solution. We have to rally like-minded people together, and that is what Break the Chains media is for. To break the chains that hold us back, so that way we can rally together and come together against common enemies like these radical communists that want to destroy this nation. Take back up with you, Chains, just in case. Oh yeah. And that's the next step, folks. When you go out to these events, make sure that people know where you are. Make sure you have exit strategies. Make sure you have plans. I have these things. I have this network that is, I will not say it on these streams. I will not say it publicly, but I have resources that ensure my protection. Let's put it that way. I have individuals who will make sure that my actions are protected. Okay? That's all you need to know. There are ways older than these leftist cuck groups and these little social LARPing clubs think that they might know how to do a thing or two in these protests. Like Bane said to Batman, I'm paraphrasing, but you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, bred by it, molded in it. You merely adopted the dark. That's how I feel with these protests. I was in it before you even knew what communist was, you little beta bitches. I've been there. I've done it. I've seen some shit. I might not be a Gen Xer, but I've been there long enough to know a thing or two about the streets. Okay? So we're going to leave it at that. What do you got to say, Gandalf? Yeah, these fuckers will not pass. They will not pass my shit. Fuck, I'll leave them with the pile of shit, right? I'll leave them with my shit. They ain't going nowhere around me, bitch. All right, like the stream, like, share, subscribe, follow this channel, do all the things. Let your friends and family know that I do this shit 3 times a week. Mile High Monday recap, Tyranny Response Tuesday, and We Are Change Wednesdays. Make sure and y'all get some good information out there. Get some good talking points so that way your coworkers, your friends, your family, whoever you talk with the next couple days, the next week, you can let them know that this shit's going down every day and it's closer to home than you think. It's happening all around us. We have to be aware. We have to be vigilant. We have to be smart about our next actions. We have to be calculated. We have to be intelligent about what we do next in this post-Kirk era of America. Thumbs up in the chat. Hey, thank you for hanging out, Slicky Shitty Gov. Appreciate you always jumping in. Much obliged. Definitely appreciative. We are wrapping up this stream really quick, fastly. For all my Denver peeps here, we are jumping into it. You want to protest King? You want to protest King-like behavior? Mayor Mike Johnson went around a 12-0 decision in Denver City Council to oppose flock security cameras. Okay? Mayor Mike Johnston went around the public opinion of Denver County, the city of Denver County, okay, and the City Council of Denver. They all voted against installation of the flock security systems, okay? What does Mayor Mike Johnson do? Let's read. Denver quietly signs a contract with Flock to fly AI drones for police calls from 5 days ago. The city of Denver signed a contract in August for an automated surveillance drone system that connects the city license plate scanning cameras, but members of a city task force created to oversee such technology said they were not informed of the agreement. The 1-year pilot contract with Flock Safety obtained by 9 News was signed August 11th, but members of the city's surveillance technology task force said they learned about it only recently. The task force was created by Mayor Mike Johnson in the months after the city council voted down a contract extension with Flock Safety over concerns about privacy protection and possible misuse. Johnston ultimately decided to extend the contract anyway, signing a contract extension just below the $500,000 threshold that would require the contract to come before Denver City Council. So if you want to protest king-like behavior, Mayor Mike Johnson literally went around City Council and snuck around it in a fiscal shit fuck way. These little snakes will find any way they can to skirt around their laws that they want to pass, because if it was over $500,000, you needed Denver City Council's approval. Well, Mike Johnson dropped the cost of the Flock security system to just under $500,000. So he was able to just pass it fucking unanimously on his own accord. Talk about authoritarianism. Talk about fascism. Mayor Mike Johnson's a fascist, right? But the Democrats are going to say that's okay. They're going to say the Flock security system's good, right? Some other bullshit thing. Well, actually, no, because even the leftists agree with this argument. Okay. The Party for Socialism and Liberation actually are sharing this information. The leftists are in agreement that Flock security systems are bad. Okay? So this is not a left or right issue. This is a freedom versus tyranny issue. I was in the stream. I'm sorry, in my live stream, I saw this and I had to take a picture of it. No Flock in Denver. I guarantee you a leftist wrote this. But they're going to protest Donald Trump, Mr. Donald Trump the King, but they won't bat an eye about Mayor Mike Johnson. Mayor Mike Johnston he's all good, right? He's A-okay because he's on our team, right? He's Democrat. Well, fuck off with all that. No Flock in Denver, folks. Flock security systems not only will be on the intersections, but they will be in the air. They will also be drones. They will be using drones. AI surveillance. Okay? I have a video, I think, of it as well. Where's the video? Do I have a video? Yeah. It was... I swear I had a video somewhere. Let me see. Denver police has a contract with Flock for drone first responders. Yeah, it's a license plate capture, AI photo capture, all this shit. Denver contracts. But I thought I had a video of it. Was it here? There's a video. Oh, no, it's right here. I am just dumb. I thought this was a photo. Let's watch the video.
Flock's AI license plate cameras are scanning away. We know that. What we didn't know is that the AI surveillance will soon be coming from the sky.
I read about it in a contract that was with DPD.
Denver City Councilwoman Serena Gonzalez Gutierrez is on a surveillance technology task force. It was assembled in the months after the City Council voted down a contract extension with Flock Safety over concerns that Flock didn't have the proper policies in place to balance privacy, safety, and transparency.
Absolutely.
And she says the task force wasn't told that the city agreed to another pilot program with Flock for their drone technology.
Not to my knowledge.
Denver police say that's because the contract is new. But the contract obtained by 9 News shows it was signed more than 2 months ago, on August 11th.
We want to make sure that there are regulations and guardrails in place, and we need to allow the task force to do that work. And that is not what's being allowed because we're continuing to enhance what is being provided.
According to the contract, the city will receive a free year of access to the drones, which can launch on their own and reach speeds up to 53 miles an hour.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The drones are connected to the license plate cameras also to help better surveil and solve crime.
I'm really concerned that we haven't gotten our heads fully wrapped around what their capabilities are.
No.
DPD says it's done some test flights, but hasn't flown the drones for real-life incidents. That's something members of the task force think
That is
they
bullshit.
and you should have a right to know.
Our community doesn't know about these technologies and aren't being brought in for their opinion on whether or not we should be at this level of surveillance or not in our city.
There are other cities in Colorado using flock drones or also looking into it as well, like Castle Rock and Commerce City. And a lot of police departments use drones already, Denver included. But the AI capabilities from the flock drones are massively different than what they have at the moment. In the studio, Spencer Soisher, 9 News.
What a name. Spencer Soisher. What a name. Listen, folks, this is the beginning of the interconnected workings of digital AI technology, weaponization of robotic architecture, infrastructure, and police authoritarianism and tyrannical fucking government control. Right? I mean, come on, they're doing it all right in front of us. Okay, Denver Mayor Mike Johnson, Denver Police Department, they're all working. And they at the end of the fucking article, they said, oh, other cities already use it. It's no big deal. But this AI thing is a whole nother angle. Agreed. But why are we shouldn't be using this type of technology on the citizens, period. The capabilities are way too expansive, way too dangerous, in my opinion. So, if you would like to protest against this, ironically, as much as I call out the Denver Party of Socialism and Liberation, these guys are the ones who posted it on Instagram. So, join us for a town hall to demand Mayor Mike Johnson to turn flock cameras off. Denver says no to mass surveillance. I 100% agree. Say it louder for the people in back, right? Community Town Hall, October 22nd at 6 p.m. So this Wednesday, I will be there live streaming, ideally. What will I do on We Are Change Wednesday? I will be down there recording with my camera as well as on my live stream. Hopefully seeing what we can get there. So 2650 East 40th Avenue in Denver, Community Town Hall, Denver Party for Socialism and Liberation. Never thought I'd be standing side by side with a bunch of socialists, but mass surveillance and government tyranny is mass surveillance and government tyranny, and I will stand by anyone who opposes surveillance, AI, drone, police state, technocratic takeover of our invasion of privacy, invasion of our rights. I'll stand against that with anyone who opposes it with me, right? So if you are interested, if you are able to, if you are in the Denver area, if you are in the Denver metro and you want to turn off flock cameras, if you want to call out Mike Johnson for undermining the will of Denver City Council and undermining the will of Denver City constituents, and the right to privacy and the right to oppose surveillance, show up on Wednesday to protest and to show up and air your grievances in the town hall, right? And let's be honest, folks. The Party for Socialism and Liberation, these people, I'll keep this up. These folks are opposing the surveillance state. What I imagine, and I'll ask them when I'm down there, I will assume that they are coming at it from the angle of police investigating illegal immigrants or detaining and using it to identify potential illegal immigrants and minorities, right? They're coming at it from an angle of power against a population, right? Against authoritarian control, against the minorities and against the illegal immigrants, and they're using it from that angle. I'm seeing it as an angle of surveillance state, Big Brother, Orwellian, like technocratic takeover. Like, I don't want drones flying around, and I don't want to be driving through intersections and having them scan my facial recognition for social credit score infrastructure, right? This is how they build the infrastructure for the social credit score, right? So that's where I'm coming at it from, and maybe the people from the Denver PSL see that as well, but their lens is probably a little bit more a little bit more altruistic and based in race or based in prejudice or based in some sort of socialist lens, right? I just see it as, surveillance and invasion of privacy is bad. End of story. That's what flock surveillance is. So if you want to be a part of that, on Wednesday, 6 p.m., downtown Denver, Community Town Hall, 2650 East 40th Ave. Turn flock cameras off. Mayor Mike Johnson is the quote-unquote king that you should be protesting against, not just Donald Trump. And arguably, Donald Trump is not acting like a king. He's doing everything lawful within his constitutional executive authority. So, with that being said, folks, the live stream has been a good one. The live stream has been a successful one. I appreciate you all joining me here on this Mile High Monday recap of the weekend events and what happened over the last few days. If you want to check out some of my live streams from the event, I got them on X, I got them on Rumble, I got them on YouTube. If you are already following the stream and following the channels, I appreciate that so much. It takes a lot for us to work together to make sure that these narratives are being talked about, right? And that's what we need to do, is we need to have these conversations and make sure that we are rising up and peacefully confronting people with difficult questions and difficult conversations, right? That is what we need to do in these times, in this post-Kirk America. We have to do that. We have to be ones that hold the moral high ground, hold our values high, hold our morality high, and say enough is enough. We have to stand up against these things, and we need to bring maximum liberty and limited government to as many people in America as possible. And I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I am embodying those causes, embodying that message, right? But without further ado, we are going to be rating Quiet Part Pod, Stoyski over here. So I appreciate everyone joining the stream. Like, share, subscribe, follow, be a part of the chain gang. Welcome to the movement. Welcome to the future that is the post-Kirk America here on Break the Chains Media. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. And as always, fight for freedom and never give up.